Hi, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Davis, and we're going to practice writing a friendly letter today. So the important things to remember about friendly letters is that we write them to our friends and family, and we are usually sharing ideas or an event. So something that has happened that we want to share about. Our friendly letters have a friendly tone, so they're nice, and there are the same things in a friendly letter as other kinds of letters. So we're going to have something called a heading, which is the greeting at the top. And we're going to have a closing and a signature. So over here, I'm going to disappear from the frame. Over here, when we write the letter, we're going to write the date at the top. So I know you can see back here, because this is the day I'm making the video, but the date you guys are writing your letters are going to be 10 for October 7, 2020. Okay. And then our next step is to name the person we're writing the letter to. So in this case, let's see, we're going to write a letter to Grandma. So this already has dear for you, and there's lots of other greetings we can use. So maybe try and think of some other ones that we could use. We'd say, Dear Grandma. And we would work on having neat handwriting that stays along this bottom line, which at least in my class, we've talked about calling it the foot line. And then we have our little dotted line in the middle, which is called the belt line. And that is where the tops of our lowercase letters will be. And then we have our hat line, which is this top line where the tops of our uppercase letters touch, as well as the letters that have what we call a chimney, like D and B. Those all have chimneys, L. Okay, so we have Dear Grandma, and then there's a comma, and then we're going to tell her about something. So let's see, we would tell her about something we've done or an idea we might have. So maybe what we will do is tell her about where we went. So let's see. Say, Dear Grandma, we went to the park today. And don't forget that you have to capitalize the beginning of your sentence and have a period, or in this case, maybe we'll do an exclamation point because it's exciting. So when we write sentences, we have to remember to have a naming and a telling part. So in this sentence, the naming is we. So the we would be you and whoever went with you. And the telling part is that you went to the park. So now we're going to tell Grandma something that we did at the park. Say, I played on the swings. Okay. So the naming part of this sentence is I, and the telling is the played on the swings. So you can write more than 2 sentences if you want to, but you need to write at least 2. So, and they need to have a naming and a telling part, and it should be about an idea or an event, something that happened. And then when you're done, you're gonna go all the way down here. And this is called the closing, the from, and then your signature. So whoever wrote the letter is gonna sign it at the bottom. So in this case, it's me. So I will write Mrs. Davis. And you would write your name if you wrote the letter. Then you won't have these on Wednesday on the 7th, but you will get them in your packet for the next 2 weeks. And you will have this spot down here with all these little wiggly lines, and you're going to draw a picture of whatever you wrote about. So in the case of this letter, it would be, I would draw a picture of playing on the swings at the park with whoever I went to the park with. And on Wednesday, You can write your letter in your spiral notebook, or if you are able to, you could print this at home and use it. Okay, so I am really looking forward to hear about what you write in your letters.